Now let's take a little deeper look into what the GMAT is, what the exact pattern is, and how the exam works. The GMAT has 4 sections. The first one is called Analytical Writing Ability, or AWA. This section tests you on your ability to argue on a particular piece of information. In AWA, you will have one topic given to you on which you need to type out an essay in 30 minutes. The essay will be graded on a scale of 0 to 6. This section is fairly simple. As a matter of fact, there are some templates we will be providing you in the course that will give you a very specific way to nail this section. We will also provide you with the list of all the possible questions for you to practice. In other words, this is not a section where you need to invest too much time. You just need to take the provided template, analyze the topic, and type out the essay as suggested in the template. Once you write an AWA practice essay, you can send it to one of the mentors who will evaluate the content and structure of your essay and give specific tips on how to improve. The second part is integrated reasoning, or IR. It is nothing but data interpretation. You will be given some words, some texts, some graphs. It could be a pie chart, could be tables, could be scatter diagrams, bubble graphs, or bar charts. Maybe a combination of all of it. Based on this data that is provided to you, a variety of questions could be presented. It could be a multi-source reasoning, it could be graphical interpretation, two-part analysis, table analysis. In all, there will be 12 questions that you will have to solve in 30 minutes. You will be graded on a scale of 0 to 8. Don't worry again, we will be providing you with practice questions, and we also have explanatory videos in our course which will help you guide through how to crack integrated reasoning. Now, here is the important part that you need to know. For both AWA and IR, you only need to get the recommended minimum marks. I mean, it's great if you get a 6 on 6 in AWA or an 8 on 8 in IR, but it's not going to make a huge difference to your eventual 3-digit GMAT score. In fact, on the day of the GMAT, you must not invest too much mental energy on these 2 sections. Your focus should be on the 2 actual sections that matter and go towards your 800 GMAT score. And what are these 2 sections? Well, they are the quantitative and the verbal section. In the end, your 800 score is finally what the B school will be looking at, and your score will depend on the score in the quantitative section and the verbal section taken together. You will be given 62 minutes to solve 31 questions in Quant, which is approximately 2 minutes per question. The questions will fall under 2 types: data sufficiency and problem solving. In data sufficiency, you will be given some statements and you have to assess whether the statements are sufficient in helping you answer the question. In problem solving, you will have to actually solve the question in order to get to an answer. 5 answer choices will be provided and you need to pick the right option. So in the Quant course, we will get into greater depth to understand the basic concepts. You will learn the concepts of arithmetic, in which you will have number systems, ratios, time, speed, distance, percentages. You also have algebra, in which you learn about variables, about equations, inequalities, absolute values. You will explore this category called modern maths as well, where you will have descriptive statistics, set theory, permutation combination, probability. And lastly, we'll have geometry, where you will have lines, polygons, triangles, quadrilaterals, circles, and coordinate geometry. To ace the Quant section of the GMAT, you are not expected to know anything apart from the basics of each of these topics. But as we will get a little deeper into understanding how the GMAT tests you, you will appreciate that it's not so much about the knowledge. It is about how you are able to approach the question correctly and apply it, especially in exam setting. And that is what a large part of our course will be focusing on. The second section that matters is your verbal section. In verbal, you will have 36 questions that you'll have to answer in 65 minutes. That gives you roughly around 108 to 109 seconds per question. So what are the topics? Typically, you will get about 13 to 14 questions in reading comprehension. You will get about 12 to 13 questions in sentence correction and about 9 to 10 questions in critical reasoning. So that's how many questions you're going to get in each of these sections. When we get into the course, we will be looking at first the approach of how to tackle each of these. We will have an approach for sentence correction, an approach for reading comprehension, and an approach for critical reasoning. And once you understand the approach, once you are able to get your hands dirty by solving a few real GMAT questions, we will give you some application questions where whatever has been taught, you will be able to apply it. But a large part of learning will also come from solving the homework questions or the post-class workout that we will have, and that will be given to you in the course platform.